other games per set, 3 out of 5 for top 8 final. We're getting top 8s. I think we're getting top 8s. We have nobody ever talked about that. We're getting top 8s.
No, I asked last week. I said last week, do we get top 8s back, or do we have to deal with the stupid ass top 6 stuff? That was the dumbest thing ever.
It's like, I don't know what kind of event they're going for. Like, are they going for like an EVO style or an arena style for 4 days of? I'm concerned that it won't be a great viewer event, even though, again, this is for $1 million. The whole community made it a big deal. The winner's getting $1 million as well. If you're familiar,
played like this in MVC2, she would be so good. She does not play like this at all. She's not good. Damn, she kind of fire. I just hope he put in Dark Soccer where all you have to do is do the yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, welcome to another episode of Double Tap, guys. It is episode 360. Of course, this is a podcast, a Mash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. Oh, I am your host, Meza FGC, better known as just Meza or Jeremiah. And I'm, of course, here with the one and only Static Gorilla, aka Gabriel Medina. How are you doing today, sir?
Thank you. I'm all right. My eyes are less dilated. Eye procedure is happening as of late, but don't worry. It doesn't have anything to do with video games, I think.
I thought that was the tears from something called TR. Sorry.
TR? Oh, yeah. No, I know. I am crying because I see people playing Tomb Raider early, but that's okay. We're not here to talk about raiding tombs. We're here to talk about making people go, oh, in tombs. Sorry. That was a stretch.
Of course, of course, guys, it is February.
Had a chance to put some dad jokes in there, uncle jokes, whatever.
True. Of course, guys, it is February 12th, 2024. We're currently on a Tuesday. No, I'm kidding. It's a Monday. Man, my time is already flying. And of course, we are here to bring you guys some goodness from the FGC, of course, from our homes. And we wanted to start by saying thank you guys for, of course, tuning in. And we're just going to jump right into it. You guys know previously last week, we had our question of the week and our poll. And of course, we're going to kick it off with our question of the week. What was your top 3 songs for Tekken 8 OST? Of course, we gave ours. We're still waiting on Crash Tag. Unfortunately, he is not going to be here this week to join us with this, but hope we can pull something from the Discord from Sin Cho giving us his 3. He said he doesn't know the names, but definitely the Storm Sea stage, Moon stage, and anything besides Ortiz Farm. The llamas are crying inside.
Dang.
He really just he yeeted them right out the window. It's kind of messed up.
I don't know, man. It's maybe it's different from. I mean, I didn't put it in my top 3 as an honorable mention, but it's okay. It's okay. I respect it. I'll be honest though. I don't get why people like the C stage, but I'll move on.
You're just not one with the C.
No.
But of course, guys, we also had a poll. Would you enjoy if more fighting games made more non-fighting game spin-offs? And of course, on Twitter, we had an astounding 76.2% people saying yes to a 23.8% people saying no. And in the Discord, we asked the same question and we had 10 people with the thumbs up and 2 people with the thumbs down. I mean, quite frankly, that's kind of interesting. I didn't expect people to not, be more interested on. I thought people would say more yeses. It's a lot more percentage on no than I thought. Maybe I thought maybe 5%, maybe 2 people, but it seemed like a lot more. So it's pretty interesting to see people prefer lots more spin-offs, but some people just want to play their fighting games, man, like we talked last time. But
right, yeah, that was last week's conversation. Sub-Zero anthologies, but more of the Blaze Blue anthologies, so to speak. Oh God, but no, it's good.
But of course, guys, we are gonna get into the real hot stuff that was just announced not too long ago, a few days ago, which was the EVO lineup. And when I tell you the EVO lineup was not what we kind of what we expected, but not what we expected.
I'll be honest,
you guessed it right.
It was too predictable for me. Not just because I had somebody that like I said, an unknown source, did notify me that it might be Third Strike again because of the 25th anniversary. I believe it is 25th, unless I'm counting wrong. But I was a little bit not underwhelmed. I would like for Marvel to always be there, but now it's a throwback game. What can I say? But from starting off, like we said, Third Strike did make the cut. Yes.
Real quick, from what Max said, Max did say that this is during his interview with Rick. He said 20th. This is the Moment 37 20th anniversary. So yeah, that happened in 2004. That's a long time ago. But of course, your 8 games that are going to be the primary games on stage. There's no side stages. It's just on stage. It's just going to be Street Fighter 6 on Sunday, Tekken 8 on Sunday, Guilty Gear Strive on Sunday, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising on Sunday, Under Night and Birth on Sunday. Oh, that's 2, might I add. We're not saying Sis Celis or whatever.
Yeah.
Zach. Mortal Kombat 1 is also on Sunday. KOF. Well, they said all.
They said all on Sunday?
All on Sunday.
Man, then I really okay. All right, that's ambitious. I feel like that's ambitious. I mean, every Evo I've gone to, there's been a finals on Saturday, sort of like to get it out of the way. But again, not everything is going to be open to everybody who gets a venue pass. So that's something different that we're dealing with this year. I feel like this year is ambitious, but they can only be ambitious because we're going to talk about how big that venue is eventually. But go on. Mortal Kombat is there.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat is there. KOF 15 will be also there on Sunday. And Third Strike, of course, the retro game of the year, will be on stage, which I think is going to be the most interesting one out of all of them, just because of the setup that they have going on. They did say, they wanted to do a bunch of arcades. And then we kind of dove into what they would do if they had to play on, because they said bring your own console at one point.
Bring your own controller,
yeah. No, console. They said console. So let me give you this, So before the Maximilian thing, when they were in the trailer or the announcement, they were saying they were going to do arcades and also in the bring your own console section. Now, they never specified if they were going to bring the consoles or if people were going to. But the biggest thing was, how do you unanimously keep everything the same, right? How do you make it so that you play on arcade and then your next match is on console, but is it on console? This is what we talked about. Is it the 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary? No. Is it any of those? Like, do we play on the online edition? And no, we do not.
I'll give a little impression. Okay, sorry if I may. I don't want to sort of take over, but the according to the website, it says arcade, bring your own controller, double limb, default settings 99, 2 out of 3 rounds, other games per set, 3 out of 5 for top 8 final. We're getting top 8s. I think we're getting top 8s. We have nobody ever talked about that. We're getting top 8s.
No. I asked last week. I said last week, do we get top 8s back, or do we have to deal with the stupid ass top 6 stuff? That was the dumbest thing ever.
Unless we get the first round, those are 3 out of 5s, and then the next day is still top 6. That'd be weird. Anyway, winners and losers. Winners keep previous character. Loser of the previous game may switch. Stage will be automatically determined by the player's chosen character, and Gil is banned. Poor Gilliam.
Yeah, Gil got banned. Like, what's playing in Street Fighter 5? Oh wait, Street Fighter 5 is not going to be a main stage. But I mean, like, thinking about this though, it makes sense with these games. These were the hot games to come out. These were the games that were already hot out. So if you think about it, we had Tekken 8, Under Night and Birth 2, Grand Blue versus Rising. And I guess you could say those are the 3 hot games. I guess Mortal Kombat 1. Those are like the 4 hot games to just come. 3. We'll say 3. Just to come out and kind of make big waves right off the bat. For them to just be announced as EVO.
I think the oldest game would now be King of Fighters. No, Strive. Wait, which came out first? Strive or King? Strive came out 2021 June. King of Fighters 15. I think it is Strive. Is Strive the oldest game here? Wow, that's weird. Other than Third Strike, obviously. When did you say
Strive came out?
June 2021.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's weird.
Because February 14th, 2022 is when KOF 15 came out. So.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, so technically, if we were looking at this from a standpoint of like looking at the older games that would usually cycle out, Guilty Gear wouldn't have never cycled out, right?
No.
If we could only choose, I'll look at it this way: if we were only choosing 4 games to be played in top 8 Sunday, what do you think those games would fall on?
It definitely be excuse me. It would be popular, like based on population of how many entrants there are. Definitely like a Street Fighter, Tekken. I see Street Fighter, Tekken, and Strive being up there in top 3, and like maybe Third Strike because apparently there's already a lot of entrants. Grand Blue, I see a gaining popularity. I don't know what it's like. I don't think the popularity has really fallen off either. So I don't know who's still playing it.
I don't know. I never liked the going for numbers is what gets on top 8 gets the top 8 Sunday. I always thought that was really sloppy because like, yeah, I get it. You're rewarding them, but that doesn't mean the viewers actually want to watch that, right? Look at Smash. Smash had like, I think it was 2018 or 19 when we went, and they had Melee and Ultimate. Is that 2019? No, 18, right?
I believe
2017.
2017. Yeah. Oh,
2017.
Yeah.
Because I remember I got top 50. So
in Smash? No, I'm kidding.
What game
was it?
There's
what
no
game
way.
was it? I'm sorry.
Please.
Okay. I was about to say Pokken? BB Tag. Yeah.
My thing is this though, like those 2 games had a tremendous amount of people in it, 2,000 each, 2.4 each, or 2.2 each, and they got main stage, and the whole venue is full. I don't know what the stream was like because we were in the venue, but I'd imagine they would have garnered a lot of viewers regardless because it's Smash. If any of those got removed for like, let's say a Under Night and Birth, I would have been like, haha, those numbers are going to be trash to watch. So I don't see how that's beneficial to them. But we're looking at this though, and the way they're saying they're setting it up is this whole Sunday venue thing, right? This is what I kind of wanted to bring up a little bit more, as Sunday is going to be the perspective day that they have all these things running, but then they also have this structure where now you could sit and play your arcade games and look up and still, watch top 8, hear the crowd screaming. But then you also have the vendors where you could still walk around and have vendors. And this is kind of what I've touched base on a long time ago, is convention style is what we're kind of turning into. And then we're getting that exploration of it.
So if I may, real quick, just for those that are either or haven't listened or haven't seen any of the videos, last week they did release a video of them playing in like Chipotle and, doing the whole announcement of the games, and they announced where it would be. So it is at the Las Vegas Convention Center West Hall, which is one of their newer ones. Apparently, according to Max, it was the latest place to have the whole TwitchCon. So if you're familiar with that, that's really, really big area. And that's going to be the area for everything. I mean, if you can go watch a video of a tour and it's bananas. However, what was it? What else I was going to say? Oh, and some of the info that we have talked about is from a video of the Hado being interviewed by Maximilian and them talking about more of the logistics and what's the expectations. I really like the idea of a full third convention day, because not just because my brother is on usually the art gallery or the artist alley, but because more people just want to be there and support their games and even play games with more people instead of watching it from their room or even watching it from the location. They even said apparently in that clip he was talking about having that box area in front of the stage where people would actually like sit where the tape is. You know how people like they tape off an area and you have EVO people sitting there like right off the stage? I think that's pretty cool, like bringing in an old classic vibe rather than the whole esportsy like arena style feel. I don't know which one I prefer until I see it coming in EVO.
I feel like this is the year, if you have not been to EVO, this is going to be, look, it's a little, and I think we'll get into that too a little bit, but before that, we definitely can say for the factor, this is going to be one of the biggest EVOs that you just don't want to miss. But I feel like this, looking at the convention center itself, it is where do we like? I almost want to say where do we go next, but we have to get here first and see how big it really is, because I've looked at. I don't know, Gabe, if you've gotten a chance to look in depth for how like crazy this stuff is, but like they have actual tunnels for Ubers and whatnot that actually allow for easy transportation, and I'm like, man, I've always wished we had that, right? My only fear is how far off are we from certain hotels, and how's that gonna work?
So the LVH Westgate Hotel is right by it. It is where EVO 2014 and 2016 hotel was, the main hotel. So 2014 was, nope, I lied. 2014, and then that was the one with oh man, yeah, that was held in that hotel. And then 2016 was also held like right next door at the main convention center, and but you still had to walk like hella far. This time it looks like you have to walk back there and then across a bridge. So that's sort of convenient. It's off the strip. It's a little bit cheaper, I believe, but also we're going to be talking about the pricing and different things very soon. But first, I do believe we have to hit an ad break. Do we not?
We do, unfortunately, guys. Okay. So just sit tight. We'll be right back. All right, and welcome back, guys. Of course, you know, that quick ad break gave us a little bit of time to rejuvenate ourselves, to get into the little bit more things people don't want to talk about, which is the cost, right? Because that's what it really is. The cost hurts when you look at it. It does,
but all right. So obviously, you know, if you're a competitor, you're probably paying up to maybe like about 180 to, well, no, 180 is looking like the price if you want to play all 3 days or go all 3 days. That's convention center price type deal. But then there's every game is still $10, which is about, you know, if you're entering 2 games, about 20 more, and then there's taxes. So I look at it as, I mean, first, but second, I also look at it as a one-time fee, because last year you were also doing the convention 2 days, and then you were doing the arena the last day. And like, you can, I mean, if you want to pay it off slowly or in increments, or even pay it off now, and there's not going to be like some sort of limit, at least there hasn't been. So I think that's very, in my opinion, really good. But again, it feels like a lot at the start. Definitely if you're not like, if you're used to your CEOs and your combo breakers and even your NECs, or even any other closer majors to your own area, it might be a little bit different.
I think this is I went over the numbers and I really thought about it over the course of the past few years that we've either gone or seen people go, and with the updates to all the venue, I've always said 2000, like what, I think it was 2022 that we went. It's a little bit more separate. I believe it was 2022. That to me had to be the groundbreaker for going, okay, this feels like a convention. I really feel like our money is worth. Actually, I think it might have been 2000. What was the year that we had the boxing ring where everybody was playing like Xbox and Teppen was there? Was that 2019?
I want to say 19.
Yeah. I think that's when we started seeing it was becoming more of a convention. Right, because they were trying to add a little other things.
2016 was convention as hell for me, with the big old walk, and then that was when I took a photo with like Oni-san. Yeah, that was the Pokemon one. Yes, that was the Pokemon one. That felt convention-y because it felt unorganized. All those 6,000 people for Street Fighter 5 was crazy. That was my least favorite EVO, I'll be honest, except for the arena.
Yeah, I mean the arena was actually really nice that time, but I think for me, for the cost at the time, it made sense.
Oh, I have no recollection of that.
The cost wasn't that much. No. So like the ticket for the venue, for the Sunday was like no more than like $60 to $80, and then I mean it's EVO, right? So it's like $100 for whatever. I think it might have been a little bit less too. But I think that was $100 for overall, everything. Because I think it was like $80 if you did like really early.
It wasn't as big. It wasn't as big. Like we're talking like the amount of people that are going as, like you say, every competitor last year for Street Fighter 6 was a crazy amount, but every seat was filled in at Street Fighter 6 Arena last year. It was true. It was nuts. And you think 6,000 competitors, everybody who's there has somebody with them. Was it 6,000? I think it was more than that. I don't know. Everybody who was there, everybody who was there had somebody with them. If you think about it, or they would go watch it from their rooms. Like, it's crazy amount of people. So something that Rick did talk about in their interview was that they did, as you like, they did. Apparently, Nevada has access to F1 bleachers, F1 racing car bleacher stands that they can use in the venue to make a makeshift arena type feel. I don't know what that is supposed to be like.
So I could kind of explain it from at least my experience with F1, at least, because they did it in Miami. So they did it in Miami when they created the track, where it didn't look like it was supposed to be anything. And once they found certain parts of the track that they wanted, they were like, okay, we put a few low-rise bleachers here, and then we put high-rise bleachers here to insinuate that this is the main section, this is an off section. I think if they do it right, it's weird because like we don't have a full view of the actual where everything's going, but I can only imagine they're gonna have walkways and they're gonna have bleachers that just seal off a part of it, but it wouldn't make sense if you could still see everything, right? So I think at some point they're gonna have to cut off some of it, and they can't make it all around because there's gonna still be vendors, there's still gonna be arcades. So I would imagine they have to do something where the vendors aren't in a separate room,
like multi-purpose dividers, probably, right?
Yeah,
like, you know how there's major dividers in like those big halls and stuff like that. So, man, that's very. It's very strange.
And this is where I have to say, yes, kind of a little bit leading back to the cost. The cost is respectable because of all the things that they're implementing that are new. They're turning it more into a convention where if you are a spectator, you are getting your money's worth. I mean, I'll be honest, I hated fighting for an arena ticket. It was stupid. I mean, I had to pay for the arena ticket before I paid for the actual venue ticket itself.
Mind you, this was every year. Every year since I've been there, 2014, you had to get some sort of separate type of ticket to go to the finals day. Now, I don't remember if it was like 2014, like I had a premium ticket so I could watch finals, like a premium badge. And then every other year it was like that. Even 2015, I found a way in, is all I'm going to say. No, I didn't steal from anybody. Somebody helped me get a badge. Very good friend.
I just think it's this for the cost. I hope they do something digital with maybe our badges or wristbands that connect to our badges, where we just have to go in, right?
Oh no, it was probably just. I think it's just gonna be your Sunday ticket. That's why Sunday costs the most. Yeah.
Which is it's cool. I kind of like. It's like when you go to a concert. You don't want to have to go to the concert and buy everything separately, when they can combine everything. And sometimes concerts just do a great job with that. And I feel like, and even big conventions, like I remember going to PAX East, I only had to pay one thing. I could do whatever I wanted there. And I think that's kind of the style that we should keep continuing with. But to kind of jump into the Maximilian video, where he got to interview Rick about it, as we were talking about, got to use some of the F1 stuff. So F1 actually provided a lot of good standard for us to actually come in and utilize some of the tools that they had, considering Rick said it was just sitting around. I think that's phenomenal when that can effectively be used, even if because think about it, what if we didn't have that, right? What if F1 never happened, or rather it happened and then they just pulled all the vendors, right? Now we're looking at like, okay, so we might be paying on Sunday, but with moving past that, I think the biggest thing was, we were talking about earlier, the third strike situation. Are they going to be able to fit? He wanted to originally fit 100 cabs, which I thought was super, super cool, right? Everybody playing on original cabinets, everything. But then it was like, oh shit, well, we got like 300 plus people already signed up in less than like a day, right? They're all probably playing third strike. What are we going to do? Okay, well, you can't have 100 cabs and 300 people, and it's only been like 2 days. Imagine in like a month, it's going to be like a few thousand. So it's like, he said, so okay, we're going to go with the super gun. And I love that. I love that he really shot that out there and was like, we're just going to build them. We're just going to build it. It felt very grassrooty. And I was like, oh, we're just going old school. Like, and he wanted to connect with all the community, like being able to play on hitbox, whatever random stick you built. And I feel like this is the first Evo where entry to everything, no matter what you do, whether you play or not, this feels like the right one to go to. Even Max is going, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Max is going, but he's going to be, he wants to still stream. So he's going to have a separate sort of like a panel stream showing off different matches. So think of him as basically an analyst for each game, which I think is pretty cool. He gets to be secluded to his own. I mean, he doesn't want to, I mean, if he's bringing his family, the reason why he wasn't going in the first place was because his daughter was born the same time every August. So now that it's in a different time, he can do that and even be more lucrative from home. So good on him. I mean, if he wants to be sort of like in his own green room, that's cool too. But I mean, you might not get like a whole panel like before, but at least there's some stuff for people at home to watch that might be highlighted, which I think made it gets in. Pretty cool.
I would like to see him do it more like. So I'm a big fan of GDQ. I know you are too. And if you guys know what GDQ is, or AVGD, or video games done quick. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, games done quick. There we go. I love the way they do like the panel and then jump back to the players and the stream and all these cool concepts. And I really think if we want to have something like that, which I think that's what they're shooting for, is like, because they're supposed to have all these talk shows and all these like different things up there. And Max did say, we could do a EVO podcast where we could just have all these different, developers and all kinds of people. And double tap show.
Maybe, right? Let's maybe we should do it. No, let me stop.
All right, we're not brainstorming now. Let's go. Yeah. It's like I really truly believe that if they could sit down and formulate a really cool plan, because they got a lot of time. If they could maybe have we've seen it done before where Geico's had their booths where they would have play the top players, and then they would have I think it was last year or the year before last year, we had Persia on the Sony couch, and they were interviewing players, and
that I feel like is more live people there in person. I feel like Max is more of the who's at home watching. He literally said, I want to react and work with chat. So he puts chat as his own person. Yeah,
I still think he should do that, but now it's like it's the community integrated into. It's like when they do in GDQ where they're like, all right, donations, and we do like live speak offs and stuff like that. I'm not saying we need to do that. We definitely don't need to do that. No. It's FGC. It'd be too wild. but I'm saying like the interaction is there, and then you have these people come on, and then him and his friends are still reacting like normal, or him himself with maybe a friend or two that's or known person. So I think it's very feasible live, and I think that would be enjoyable for the stream still, and for the people who are there sitting listening, because now we get this full experience that sometimes we miss out going to the event. I don't know.
I just hope that it also, I mean, usually people watch their favorite game. And like, for instance, Guilty Gear was played, and I would get hit up like when I got up on stage, like, yo, I just saw you play on Guilty Gear. I'm like, I know, I totally won and beat that guy. And they're like, yeah, you did great. And then that was like the first and last conversation I ever had with that person. But still, it was like, people are watching their game. Now, will it take away? I mean, people can multi-Twitch, so I mean, let me stop. So I don't think it will take away from the viewership of their favorite game if they're also watching Max, but it does bring in more of a viewership, because he's saying he's getting 60,000 people watching EVO with him, plus people watching EVO by themselves. I mean, Aris does the same thing when he's watching Tekken. He's like, go hit follow on theirs and come back and watch with me, but still go follow theirs. So there are multi-streaming platforms for that. But besides the point and all of that, EVO is looking to be one of the major events this year. They're a bit ambitious this time, going to a newer venue, newer crowds, newer base, everything on PS5 besides the arcade game of Street Fighter 3. No Dragon Ball for the first time in forever, I would say.
They have their World Tour that's coming up whenever that's announced, so I think they'll be fine. Yeah.
They'll probably have announcements, of course.
For
and
me,
community tournament.
True. For me, I think the biggest thing is going to see how many people outside of our normal community, which we've already seen, like people like SFan, we've seen, obviously Pokemon, even though she's starting to integrate more into our community, we've seen a lot of people who were not originally in the fighting game community starting to integrate. So, like, do we think we'll see people like Emiru and other talents like Soda Pop and other people that will just randomly pop up and just be like, this is a cool event to go to. We've been to this convention center before. Let's experience this and take a weekend off or a week off. I wonder if that's going to bring more eyes to the fighting game community. And I'll say, with that being said, because I don't want to switch topics just yet, but I want to ask you guys this question for our question of the week. What other EVO moment was iconic to the fighting game community other than EVO moment number 37? Because I feel like that's been cemented. We know that. I know for me, I don't know, Gabe, if you got one off the top of your head, but I know for me, it is EVO moment 51 because I love Talbain, and I know I was watching it earlier, and I was telling you, like, yeah, this is so fire.
For me, it was a lot of these moments I'm not really there for, but I do want to recognize Honeybee with the Flash comeback against Superman. But also, there's another just thing that keeps popping in my head. It's the Justin, wow, the comeback with the Cyclops on Yipes. Sorry, Yipes. But even Chris G winning Evo, it was like, finally, dude, you finally did it. But against Justin is crazy. Well, not against, but it was more KBR. But still, and just other things like that. So bring up your favorite moments, whether it's somebody winning, whether it's a crazy moment that you saw, or even a reaction, because I think the Geese Howard reaction in the arena was one of my favorite FGC moments. Even BB tag announcement was awesome. So I always strive for the announcements to be as hype as 2015 was when we got BB tag announcement. Because when I saw Hyde in that, that was bananas.
You're like, oh, that's my character.
And then I never played the game. I was hyped for you, dude. I was hyped for you.
Man. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But guys, we're gonna jump right into some Ed gameplay because that character got released. Literally. What?
He's already out?
No,
the character trailer for Street Fighter 6, guys.
Don't scare me like that. I was about to say.
He's out. He said he's released. He's coming out, I believe, February 27th. But we did get a full trailer about this punching dude. Apparently, he has no kicks anymore.
Yes, no kicks. He is full on Bullrog style boxing, it seems. Not sure why they thought that was the move, but people wanted the Dudley, right?
Yeah, he's definitely more Dudley as of now. Looking a bit more Kristen Stewart, if you ask me, but a little bit Dudley, a little bit more Dudley. A lot of Steve Fox, but in one of these parts in the trailer, I did like that I don't know if I like it, but it's copying Dudley. He has a machine gun blow, EX machine gun blow, I believe, in one part.
I'm sorry.
It was just go ahead.
I was just gonna say he feels DMC styled with his voice lines. It just feels like it.
And this is, I believe, no, it's fine. I believe this is the first new stage we're getting to. And all right, I mean, if you can also join the conversation, we did talk about this almost throughout the whole week with some of our listeners in the Discord. I feel as though he's like, the new stage is cool. You got the whole SIN thing with Seth in the background and all Shadowloo and all. But I don't like it too much, man. I'm sorry. I wasn't as big of a fan. Some people are. Go ahead. You want to gush about it? You can. Tell me about it, man. What do you like?
I didn't feel it was Ed's stage. It felt like they broke it down and were like, this is his hideout. And he's trying to fight against him. No, dude, no. You're trying to fight against your
gameplay-wise.
Power.
What do you like? The stage looks fantastic.
The stage looks, I guess. No, gameplay-wise, I actually... You're killing me, bro. I outside of Little Mac outfit, which literally he has the hood up and looks like Street Fighter 5 styled with a little bit of a flair to it. I do like him this time around. I hate to say it. I actually kind of like Ed. This is bad. I love that he has this really, really boxer style now, but it's not like Bullrog. He has the machine gun blow. He does have he has the whip arm where it gets real loose. It's I can't remember the boxer's name. I just lost the name for it. But he does have a lot of iconic boxing moves. He has the actual emote
Dempsey
dance. He doesn't. I didn't see the Dempsey roll here. Maybe it was like one or two parts of it. But he does have Muhammad Ali's like quick feet. You know, he is pretty much a Hajime no Ippo character, all combined. Okay. But he does have like the Muhammad Ali, emote stance over the shuffle. Yeah, he has a lot of tools in his kit though, from fireballs, canceling fireballs, other people's fireballs, and shooting it back. Everything that you would expect from Ed plus more. But I feel like his animations got better, and I feel like they made him a character. I don't know if that makes sense, but they made him more his own type of character.
I feel like Street Fighter 5. No. I get it, but I feel like 5 really dropped the ball with his character, with introducing him as this like Shadowloo soldier, where he could have been introduced as maybe a scrawny dude with huge arms, because his head looks small to his body because one, his jacket is huge, but two, apparently he ages, like his body ages faster than his like head, so he's pretty much a young kid but just huge and buff. But I don't like the animation on the squiggly arms, the long squiggly arms. My bad. I do like his aesthetic, like the fireball psycho powery. Like I said, I do like the machine gun blow. It doesn't feel like it's Street Fighter 5. I didn't really find the Street Fighter 5 attractive, like an attractive character to me, to my play style. But I do like the grapples that he has. It's sort of like a Mortal Kombat, Scorpions type of style. I do want to see what that mechanic was that he sort of like focus attacked, dashed through, or even drive impacted through some of the EX uppercuts that we did see from Ken. So I don't know if we can't tell if they're showing us a new mechanic as well, but him going through the fireball with a charge punch was impressive, and it crumples, and then just a long combo throughout. I like his there it was, if you saw it. I don't know what time frame that was, but it was about in the middle of the video. I don't know what type of, like, I just hope he's not low tier. I also hope he's not busted. Kind of do, because again, this is going to be after Capcom Cup, so I haven't seen any announcements of a particular patch. Like, we might be getting what's called an Ed patch that will come after Capcom Cup, which we're going to get into very shortly, which is coming through next week. This super's kind of cool. They got you T-posing and beating you up and punching you around. But again, no kicks. What's that?
I was just gonna say, I don't know if I like his whole like all laughing, maniacal style at the end, because it kind of just reminds me he's like still powered up by Bison. But I need more story properly done. That's really it, because I feel like he has one of the better stories.
And that's why I said Street Fighter 5 dropped the ball, because he's been known since Street Fighter 4. He was just a kid in the SIN lab that Balrog had found and then trained up. And like, is he you tell me, is he like an anti-hero? Is he a Deadpool kind of guy? Is he a good guy, bad guy, good guy? Is he Shadowloo repping forever?
I feel like I guess he's just the bad guy. See, we don't know his story. We don't know his story now. That's the problem. Like, because it seems like he was a bad, not a bad guy, but someone who's following, kind of like Hammy was being controlled, and then being groomed into being Bison's new body, but then like that never happened. So it's like he lost his way and was trying to figure out who he was and how he could stop the disease. And we don't even know if he did stop the disease. Technically, he's supposed to be dying. He's supposed to be a lot older and dying. So I'm curious to see if it seems like that background, the backstage, where there's like the sea and it has the helmet, and it seems like all the broken down Shadowloo stuff, he's recreated to re-embody, fix his body or keep his body stable. And you can see sometimes he kind of lets loose a lot less psycho power to control it, I feel. But we'll have to wait and see when he comes out, and I think that'll be interesting as a character.
I take it back. I think that he just wins ODDP with his own ODDP. So that might have been the issue. It looks like he has good range. I won't take that away from him. And that cross up was kind of cool. It looks like a like Ken's Jump Fierce cross up type deal. Jump Fierce looks like his cross up. So I don't know what I'm looking at. Again, this is a new character. We'll see soon. We did see, however, a picture. Pardon me. A picture of his move list. Modern controls is what you would like from old Ed, and new controls classic is what you would like from a Shoto type character and or Dudley. And also that explosion at the end was kind of cool.
Well, if you guys haven't, make sure you go check out Ed. I'm pretty sure he is already up on the Capcom site, so you can check out some of his check out his trailer again and probably pick that apart if somebody hasn't. And we are going to be jumping into a little bit of Capcom Cup talk.
Sneaking up on us.
It's right around the corner, literally right around the corner, coming up this week. Man.
Yeah, so starting on the... What was that? Oh, okay.
I was just saying, didn't feel like it.
It did not. Starting on the 16th and all the way to the 25th in Avalon, Hollywood. The grand prize, the whole $1 million that somebody's going to be fighting for. And we've talked about the whole prize pool before. However, the LCQ does start about that first date. If you go to the Start GG page under the LCQ Pro Tour, you can find the schedule of events. February 16th is this day one of LCQ. 17th and 18th. The registration did end yesterday, the 11th, at 12 noon, weird time, BST. And then there'll be like other group stage events. I guess that's more like a round robin type maybe deal. I'm sure we'll get more details on 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And then the 24th is another World Championship, SFL. I guess that's the Street Fighter League. And then on the 25th will be your finals for Capcom Cup. Did I almost say Crapcom? Jeez, sorry. Totally sorry. Slip of the tongue. Capcom Cup Grand Finals. I meant to say Grand Finals Capcom Cup. Anyway, doesn't matter. What does matter, it's coming soon. That is next, starting this weekend. Yeah.
I want to just say for the record, I've always hated that they did the World Championship SFL at this, like, the day before. Well, they did it originally. Was it the day before or was it the day of?
I
did it something weird. I think it was the day before, but it was so weird.
If I might, it's really hard to follow along with how Capcom Cup's sort of streams are going. This is my own, my own thoughts here. Like, I have no idea sometimes like what's going on, especially with like different events and the other online qualifiers. And I never really had a good full grasp on it. It was just that I know Capcom Cup is coming and I can watch the top 8 or top 32 and feel good about it and see who's the best. But it was always sort of difficult to follow. And I even follow Street Fighter's Twitter, and some of the stuff they do not promote at all.
Yeah, I feel like their lack of advertisement is pretty harsh. And I know they don't really have to, but it's for a lot of money and it's for a lot of support. So I just don't know what they're doing. But this setup, this February 16th to February 25th, and I love how they try to like reset your brain, where they say like, oh yeah, the LCQ is day 1, day 2, day 3, and they're like, wait, group stages is day 1, day 2, day 3, and I'm like, hold on, you're not tricking me. That's 8 days.
Yeah.
But I will say this here. I like that they're not doing February 24th is LCQ straight into grand final, straight into top 32 play it all out, or top 16 or whatever play it all out for Capcom Cup. You know what I mean? They did that the last 2 years. It was really bad. Making people play show up the week of, which they did it. They didn't even do it on a weekend. They did it on a Tuesday or Wednesday. No, they did it on like a Tuesday. So people flew in on a Tuesday. It started on Wednesday, Thursday, and then like Friday they played LCQ. So they had all this stuff before that, and then they had Saturday was SFL, and then straight into Sunday was at the Capcom Cup. It was weird.
I think it's like, I'm gonna go to click buy tickets and see what it's like, but I believe, okay, so this is Capcom Cup X Hollywood, California, February 21st to 25th, and sold out. But it's like I don't know what kind of event they're going for. Like, are they going for like an Evo style or an arena style for 4 days of like? I'm concerned that it won't be a great viewer event, even though again this is for $1 million. You might want to make this a bigger deal than it was. We made it all a bit. The whole community made it a big deal. The winner's getting $1 million, while there were $2 million in prizes. I mean, you'd think, hey, it's a huge deal. It's like The Rock versus Roman Reigns level. Sorry, that's me getting wrestling.
I'll just say I feel like ESL had some of the best format, but I don't think we can ever go back to that format if they want people to be able to compete. And I think because there's so many more people, they want to try to balance it out. But nonetheless, you guys tell us what you think. You decide on that. You know what? And I'll leave you. Okay. Yeah,
I was gonna say, if you all want to link us or link me to any sort of like information that explains it. I remember I used to follow this one guy who would have like all the math of it, and my math just ain't math. And so, if y'all know about points and whoever's in the top, let us know. Keep us informed in the Discord.
And guys, I throw this to you as our poll of the week. Is the format for Capcom Cup too long? Is it just too long? I mean, this is something we don't ever really... We talked about it, but nobody ever addresses it. Is it too damn long?
For the week of, right?
For that week, just having a whole week. Like, a whole week, is that just too long? I mean, because there's different formats they've done, but this feels like the longest. Is it just too long? We need to go back to 2 days. One last chance qualifier.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah,
or just get in and you're done.
Some people aren't pro. They can't leave their work for just, for a whole week. They got to do a weekend or something. Interesting takes. I don't know. But I'm still looking forward to see who wins. Definitely Mena is one of your top expected ones. However, we have another break to take, don't we?
Yes, we do, sir. We'll be right back, guys. Due to Ed, there was some highs and lows. Capcom Cup has been canceled. I'm kidding. But no. He's like, oh no.
You just came back shooting, man.
No,
shooting from the hip.
I see where this is going. I'm not going to play into it. Yeah, Peacemaker.
Oh, you saw me with my hand. My bad. Okay, so for those that are listening, I had my hand in front of my face because John Cena is in Mortal Kombat, ladies and gentlemen, but not necessarily. We do have Peacemaker, John Cena, whatever. But apparently, according to Mortal Kombat, we did get news last week, but we didn't want to talk about rumors. There was rumors that he was a bit delayed, but it seems that he is coming this month on February 28th. We did get that teaser at the end of Quan Chi's trailer, but nothing else. So look forward, I guess, soon to a trailer coming out. He is coming out again the 28th. I don't know. We're getting a lot of like, what was it else? Oh, Ed is coming out the day before, and then we got Cena or Peacemaker coming out the 28th. Is this like an answer to Final Fantasy 7 coming out the day after on the 29th? Sort of like, hey, remember our games are here. Play our games before you just go into Nibelheim and all of the rest of Midgar and like,
I feel like for Capcom that makes sense because they're trying to stay on schedule. For Mortal Kombat, I have no idea what they're trying to convey, but they have a lot of issues that still need to be addressed. And I think once they address those issues, they don't really have a full-on set path for releasing characters. But I think they release good characters. I think they just need to address the little bits of the game so that the game could be really, really effective when these characters come out or when new maps come out, new costumes and all this stuff. Because I feel like the community is kind of dwindling a little bit, especially the casual base, where some people are like, I like playing the game, but it's really hard to play the game. So I hope that they find some grounding after the official announcement of Peacemaker. I almost want to say John Cena, but after they officially released Peacemaker, and move on to the next character, but in between that, maybe take some downtime to really work on the little bits, because pro competition is coming around the corner still. It's not like it's far away. They are still working on tournaments and competing, so I would like to see them really address those issues so that the experience for the players can be better.
I agree, but again, Peacemaker coming through the 28th. Be on the lookout for a trailer, I would hope, and also a combat cast. Yeah. Looking forward to a combat cast, but there aren't any tournaments that we're looking forward to seeing. If will be a trailer drop, it might just show up on, I don't know, tomorrow. Every time. Oh, no, that's too far out. No, that's May. That's too far.
That's too far out.
Every time I'm gonna predict tomorrow, because every time we talk about Mortal Kombat, there's a trailer the next day. I don't know why it happens, but it just does. And Quan Chi did the same thing to us. So trust me on that.
The same with Ed. Ed came out the day after too.
The same with Evo. The same with Evo last week. No, Ed came out on Thursday last week, so that always happens on a Thursday for Street Fighter for some reason.
I don't know if you were here during that time. Sorry, small sidetrack. When we used to run the show every Wednesday, everything would come out Thursday, and then we'd be like, okay, we're just shifting it back. So we went to Tuesday, and everything was coming out on Wednesday and Monday, and we were like, okay, this is too much. Now we're just on Mondays.
We're just stuck there. But no, so we did see some mods recently. There has been weirdly enough, I want to preface this with this. That sounded so redundant. I have this weird habit of going to YouTube and looking up my tag when it comes to Marvel 3, because I play a lot of Marvel 3, like in TNS and or in there's recently I had a first of 5 with somebody in Young Legend again, who ran it back. I won 5-4, and I was playing for my local. What I'm trying to get at is, when I would look up those matches, I saw a lot of times YouTube lately has been like things you might be interested in, and it's like, oh, okay, so I guess I'm interested in mods for Marvel 3, because Marvel 3 does get a lot of mod coverage as of late. And somebody is working on, let me see where it is. Cali Kings 01 it says, thanks for patiently waiting on this. Is on Twitter, by the way. Talbain and Shocker are new in my current build of Clone Engine Pack. Full link to the video. And Talbain looks kind of cool, but Shocker here, I mean, I'm not saying kind of cool, excuse me. These characters look very true to their own self. And I've been seeing videos like everywhere. I didn't notice. Wait, where is it? Let me see. Yes, people also watched, and it's the same one on YouTube. Cali Kings, it was 4 days ago. There's also a video on there. If you just look up Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and it's like a whole trailer of Update 2 has finally arrived. I don't know if this is anything different from what you're seeing on the screen. Yeah, there's like Captain Commandos, and so I'm gonna link this to you, producer. I'm sorry I didn't get this earlier, but still, Shocker and Talbain in the trailer that we're watching on screen right now for those that are listening. Mesa, what do you think about it? How does it look?
I like Shocker. I think he's not one of my most favorite characters in Spider-Man, but I do like that they're trying something different and unique. He looks cool. I mean, I like the outfits more than anything, because they try to go from old school to modern, which is really nice. I mean, it's Marvel, man. I'm always gonna like anything that has an interest, right? I did not like that last costume that was like purple, and like it was, I don't know where that was from. What was that from? It was like a purple outfit where it was like showed his real self. I don't know. Maybe you guys might know. It seemed like he shows his face and everything in a purple outfit. It's not like his normal costume where he'd be like yellow and brownish.
Right. Well, I mean, he's more of he was definitely like one of the main villains in like the 90s cartoon. Yeah. So I don't blame a lot of people for sort of, wanting Shocker in a game and or of sorts. There was also a John Talbain, the wolf dude from Darkstalkers. It's funny enough, Amy had a costume for Talbain as well in that game. And oh, by the way, and also in the end of that Shocker trailer, there was a tease for Blade, as sort of like a Virgil, but it's not Virgil. I'm sure they've modded Blade into it, or getting used to Blade, but he does have the Virgil sort of end sequence where he puts a sword away behind him. I don't know how he does it, man. I don't know how you can aim a sword into a hilt without looking. It's weird.
Yeah, and this is the Captain Commando one where literally he looks exactly like Captain Commando. And we've seen some talks of Captain Commando. We've seen like little whips or WIPs, work in progresses, where he just has the same moveset and it looks so much more updated. from his flame kick to his launchers. He actually looks like a better character this time around, but he has corridor. Haha, corridor.
Yeah,
scariest move in the game, and that's an assist in this game. I'm positive this time around, but he can combo off a corridor multiple times, which is really cool. We haven't seen that in the original.
Yeah, so it's a full trailer full of different characters. You can go from, let me see,
very old school characters like Iceman 2.
Yeah,
I mean, these are characters from like MK2.
Batsu, you've got Lucas Bishop, Sakura from Street Fighter fame, not no Naruto, get that out of here. Venom, sorry, I couldn't help it. Carnage and Gambit, and the list goes on, but Talbain, and then at the very end of the video, you have that teaser for Blade, of course. Putting his sword away. But yeah, good.
The good thing is they can use assets from TVC for like characters like Batsu and stuff like that, because these characters have already been, some of these characters have already been designed in a previous game. All you have to do is just find the right animations to make into this, which is already kind of done. So I like that they're also willing to do new ones, but this just shows you how much room we have for, and this is season 2, might add. This just goes to show how much room we have for flexibility if, you were to go to the next distance with Marvel 4. And I do like that they showcase different styles with the character. Oh, he has a counter.
Mez is like, I need to download this now.
I haven't been playing it, but I would.
Where can we find it? Of course, like I said, Cali Kings 01. There's the YouTube video that shows obviously the whole thing on his Twitter. And also, let me see, download link. It's under Nexus Mods as well, if you're familiar.
Played like this in MVC2, she would be so good. She does not play like this at all. She's not good.
You got to put in the work in MVC2. That's why.
I might download it. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, damn, she kind of fire. I just hope he put in Dark Soccer, where all you have to do is do the yeah, baby. That's what I was talking about. Yo, good stuff. Good stuff. You're good. I don't care what other character you make. They can all suck from here on. You did justice here.
There you go. So I guess we're gonna be seeing some Marvel mods in our future. I'll be honest, I don't enter the Marvel mod tournaments because I feel like every character is just a one touch. That's just me.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't touched it. Yeah, but no, I mean, it's almost like it's too easy. Like they don't need assists, It's just do it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. No, and obviously Venom is based off of Venom from like MVCI and also MVC2, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, those are some pretty good mods. I highly recommend checking them out. The mods have been leveling up ever since, and Carnage I feel like has been, we've covered Carnage a little bit, but this is all complete.
Yeah,
these are done. These are ready. Let me see, Sakura Batsu. Yeah, Sakura, Batsu, Bishop, Iceman, Gambit, Venom, Carnage, Captain Commando, Talbain, and Shocker are ready. And then, of course, teasers at the end. So
that's like a whole new game. Just want people to know that. This is basically a whole new Marvel. This is like Ultimate Marvel 3 Remix. That's all you're getting. You're getting it.
Yeah. This is Mugen.
You can't ask for anything else.
It's Mugen. Are you okay?
Is it though? It's still using Marvel. It's still using Marvel's mechanics. I'm sorry, it's not using Mugen.
Well, how about this? No. We can have this little conversation here. I think maybe we can argue that this is the new Mugen, the updated Mugen to now. No? Yes.
If they rip out all the characters and start making new characters that are not Marvel characters, then fine. But for now, no. This is
no. So is this Marvel versus Capcom Mugen?
It's Ultimate
Marvel
Remix.
Okay,
that's what I'm sticking with.
All right,
and of course,
no problem. I would just hope and pray that we don't get any sort of like cease and desist at any point.
And they haven't done it yet. They ain't gonna do it anytime soon. They probably could care less at this point. They're not even. Nah, and most of the characters have. There's a lot of Marvel characters, but I don't think they care too much because it's not like people are rebuying the title, and most of the time tournaments are run through Amazon Workspace or Parsec.
Okay, yeah.
So
no, and the game is still available on Steam. So I mean, they're still making their money. And on everything else. What is it? PS4? PS4. I don't think it's digitally anywhere else. What?
We have to say this now, guys. Just so you know.
Sorry. Listen,
the mods that you're seeing. The mods that
my bad. Sorry. I'm saying hold on.
Go ahead. What?
You mentioned they're making money off the game, obviously, and that made me go straight to PS4. The mods are on PC. Yes, of course.
Only.
Yes, only PC, of course. Yes. We can still learn how to play the game on PS4. Okay, leave me alone.
Unless we mod it, like they did back in the day with the Dreamcast, and they used to put the music on the disc, and it used to play like
a totally different thing.
I know.
Yeah, so that's trying to brick your Xbox. All right. Yeah. So, Meza, I think we're done for the day, my dude.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's a lot of Marvel for me, and there was a lot of things we talked about. But guys, I just want to say thank you for listening and tuning in. As always, we truly appreciate it. Make sure you guys follow us on our personal platforms, which you can find me on Twitter and all my other platforms, Meza FGC. And where can they find you, Gabe?
You can find me. Oh my goodness, sorry. Pardon me. You can find me at Static Gorilla on all major platforms. And again, we'll be running through Tomb Raider this Wednesday, Valentine's Day. That's just the day the game comes out. Okay, leave me alone. And also Friday will be Marvel once again. Feel free to check me out on Twitch as well.
Of course, you guys can check out additional podcasts on mashthosebuttons.com. If you want to check those out, definitely check there. Of course, don't forget, guys, make sure you send us questions, comments, anything that will support and help us improve the show and increase more knowledge to you guys for listening. And of course, don't forget, you can always share. And if you guys share with a friend or anyone else, it just spreads the word. And we also get to talk more with more people. You guys get to have a bigger community. Don't forget, you can also rate and review on your favorite platform, whether it be iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or anywhere else that you like to jump on and support us. Of course, if you guys want to get more personal with us, you can go to doubletap.gg and it will bring you straight to the site where you can actually just hit the join me for Discord button, and that will bring you straight to our new Double Tap FGC podcast Discord, where we can talk all games and shop, where you guys will enjoy with us. But nonetheless, guys, thanks for the support. We truly appreciate it. And without further ado, we are out of here. Peace.
That's true. Till next time, take care, y'all.